Alright, encoding overload. What's going on? Hold on. Hello, welcome back to our Minecraft Trains project. And so at the end of the last video, we were starting to punch dirt, but I'm thinking that I should probably build some of the redstone components first. So the encoders at the stations and maybe also the junctions. Hey Wesley, I'm thinking I should probably like build the encoders and the junction redstones before we finish punching the dirt at least, because then we can move straight into the other redstone stuff. Welcome back, Wesley. You know what? I'm gonna do it right now. So I'm gonna hold off on the dirt punching for a little bit, and I am going to redstone, which those blocks, what else? Torches, buttons, I think that's it. Let me also open up the template, wherever it is. Template, which looks like that. Alright, I'm gonna build the station redstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Hey, how are you, Wesley? Hey, the World Cup. Belgium is still in the World Cup, Wesley. And they're doing so well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You beat Brazil, that's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so let me try and remember how to do this. 4 and 5, and then like well, no, you didn't. No, Wesley, the point is you take credit for someone else's work. Do you not know how team sports work? Team sports. You have to say, oh, you would lost. Team sports, Wesley, is about people being happy about other people doing work. That's the team spirit, right? You gotta have that team spirit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there. We're kind of doing a team sport. I mean, there's only 2 of us, but we're a team building this train track. And I am definitely happy when you do a lot of work. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Is that right? I'm trying to remember how to build this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Let's see. So then that, and then like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up here 1, 2, 3, 4, and then wait a minute. Oh, that's not correct. We need to go 1 block higher, don't we? Let me just look at this. Oh, did I do this completely wrong? Oh, I did this completely wrong. Crazy. Alright, I haven't done this for ages. It's meant to be this. And then this one is one less there. So, about the tariffs, again. The tariffs are in place now. Trump has been making comments about China stealing American technology. I think the tariffs are supposed to like stop the Chinese from overtaking the United States in technology. I think that's actually the reasoning, which is absurd. It's like you're in a running race, and instead of you running faster, you try to convince your opponents to run slower so that you can win. That's not how a running race works. Oh man. I mean, yeah, I mean it might be if it works, right? But then nobody pays attention to you when you do shenanigans like that. Like, who's actually gonna slow down for you? Nobody's gonna slow down for you. They're just gonna laugh at you and then run faster. So it's the kind of thing that doesn't really work. But you know, Trump is Trump, so what are you gonna do? So a while back, the Chinese built a supercomputer using Intel and NVIDIA components, right? So I mean, computers these days is mostly just clusters of PCs wired up to, you know, do the calculations simultaneously. So after the Chinese built that on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After the Chinese built that, the Americans stopped selling NVIDIA and Intel chips to Chinese government or like big Chinese companies. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because they're like, well, you know, we can't let the Chinese overtake us in supercomputer technology. But it's Intel and NVIDIA technology, it's American technology. Like, if you want your own supercomputer, you can just build it. Right? It's American tech. So, if you're worried about, you know, somebody else having faster computers than you, you can just build your own. Right? Anyway, the Americans. So like that kind of logic is the American logic. Like, why don't you build the supercomputer if it's your chips anyway? Let's see. 1, 2. So America now, instead of like investing in their own technology, investing in their own science and research and all that, they think they're gonna do better by trying to hold China back, which isn't... I mean, again, like going back to the race, that's not how a race works. Like, you can't really win a race by convincing other people to be slower. Anyway. Let's see, circuits there. So the Europeans, we were talking earlier, right, about the Europeans working on hydrogen buses, and the Chinese are working on electric buses, and presumably whichever one works, they can just sell the tech to the other. So like if if China wants, that's not right. If China wants hydrogen buses in the future, they can like buy it from the Europe, and vice versa, right? Whereas the Americans would rather deny climate change. Would rather deny climate change and then not invest in these technologies and fall behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, everything's backwards with the Americans, it seems like. There and there. 2, 3. You'd think that the Americans are pretty smart, and if they wanted to, I mean, some Americans are pretty smart. If they wanted to, they could have developed this technology themselves ages ago. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up here. 5 and up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there, and 2 of those blocks there. Is that right? I think that's right. Hi Q. Odd, stream didn't show up for over 10 minutes even though I was refreshing. Hi Q. Welcome back. We were talking about how Belgium beat Brazil in the World Cup and how delighted Q is about that turn of events. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, I need redstone blocks as well. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and not this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the opposing side. 3 of the 4 matches were great, says Q. Which was the bad one? So they're not that one. And then trying to remember, it's on the upper side, right? Or it's on the lower side? So you reset and then put, okay, the lower side. So we go signal out there, and then signal out there, is that right? Q says it was so nice seeing very few fouling or prima donna antics in a couple of them. I wasn't too enthralled with the Russia-Croatia match, boring until the last 5 minutes of main game. Well, maybe it's a bit late to start playing the game in the last 5 minutes. Alright, Wesley says I'll be honest. Go on, be honest. Still haven't watched 1 minute of Cup. Maybe you should. I mean, Belgium is doing so well. Q says, but now we've got Europeans only in semis. Yeah, yeah. About that. Q says, had a quick look at FIFA rules for eligibility for country. We talked about it last week. Oh yeah? Go on. You know, Wesley, you can be the kind of fan that, like, isn't even a supporter until your team wins, and then you celebrate with everyone else. You can be that kind of fan. Q says it's 5-year residency or active interest or parent-grandparent born. Okay, for FIFA, that's the World Cup. Wesley says I'll be the kind that sits in the corner being grumpy. I don't remember how this works. So the signal... Hold on, how does this work again? Doesn't it have to... Wait a minute. It has to be more than one though, doesn't it? I seem to remember this has to go all the way across. But why would that... Yeah, I forgot how to build my own circuits. Oh no, that's right, because every signal activates this. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 going there. Okay, yeah, no, this is right. This is right. This one's right. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Q says, sorry, active interest means parent or grandparent born in the country. So it's 5 years residency, born in, or parent, grandparent born in. Right. 2, 3. But FIFA is not the same as 1, 2, 3, and then down a block. So FIFA is... It is kind of restricted to countries. Although 5-year residency... I mean, how long does it take for a typical footballer to... Well, not a typical, but like a good footballer to be recognized? I mean, like, you can... If someone, like, encourages you to move to a different country early in your career, or if you just like choose to move to a different country early in your career, then you could like play for either one of 2 countries or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then down to where? Down and down that way. And then Q says you can't keep swapping. FIFA has to agree to the change. You can only change once. Oh, okay, I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 4, and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2. So FIFA does make sure that you stick to one country.